Hey guys, welcome to Project Mellow Music's YouTube channel. With your host Elion and the co-host Basjan. So welcome Basjan to Project Mellow
Welcome,
Music's
all, and
podcast
welcome,
number
viewers.
5. Yeah. So
So
what has
basically,
Basjan been up to this last week since the last show?
I've been on Saturday going to Metal for Africa festival in Johannesburg, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Started off at 3 o'clock. Bands that were there included Deities Muse, band from Johannesburg, and they released a new EP called Inner New. And what an awesome band! These guys, to see them live, it's not every time we say, listen, if you see a band live, they're better live than actually on the music. These guys put their heart and soul, and they're fantastic live. I would, if you get a chance in South Africa to see them, Deities Muse, go and see them. They're worth it. The next band I like to talk to about is Boost. They're from Botswana, a neighboring country, and they hard heavy metal music with a touch of African melody. That's the best how to describe them. And these guys kick butt. They really kick butt. They own the stage. Everybody gets involved when they busy performing. They get an audience involved. And it's the second time they've been to Metal for Africa. And also, they've got a website where you can check them out, Boost, and for sure buy their stuff. They're worthwhile. They're up there with the best. And also a band from Botswana, Skin Flint. Now, why do us like Skin Flint? Heavy, but not so heavy. And they also come from Botswana, which is a country you don't associate with metal music. And yet, two of the best bands at the festival comes from Botswana. And the way they entertain the people with their own music. No covers, they're singing their own music. They get the people involved from stage and everything. And they're really great. Then Ferris Wolf, a heavy metal band that compares with the best out there. If you're looking for hard, heavy metal stuff, Ferris Wolf, that's the band you must listen to, for sure. And then
Yeah,
our
cool.
Cape Town band that was up here, Peasant, also hard as nail. Fantastic band, got the crowd involved, the original stuff, and that's one thing I must say about this festival. Everything was original, no cover stunt, original hard music, the way metal and rock music should be played. And what I heard from my friends down in Cape Town, it was down at the Metal for Africa down there, a band Terminatrix kicked butt. They they are a female fronted band playing hard metal music, a bit of golf, a bit of everything. You can't just pigeonhole them. They do everything across the metal spectrum, and they are fantastic. And I really hope to get to them on Project Metal to do an interview. Of course, they're worth it. That's basically for
Yeah.
me what I've done over the weekend, Al. Over to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this past last weekend, well, put it this way, I was so busy, like going out and actually doing not only doing interviews for the channel, like with Sean Peck, Dave Luck, and John Adams. I was actually doing like a lot of like filming from car shows. Now, these last couple of days, um, that's all I've been doing is editing videos together, and I've just this morning at 9 a.m. UK time, I just released one of the first videos I've done car shows this from last weekend. No, no, it was a couple of weeks back. No, yes, it was last weekend, last Saturday. At it was the Bradley Lowry Foundation at Ripe Cricket Club. I've just released that today, where it raises these fun days, family fun day type of things, raises much needed cash for a cancer charity, Bradley Lowry
Nice.
Foundation. It's a little, Bradley Lowry was a little kid who was the mascot for Sunderland AFC football club, and he was mascot for them right until his death, sadly passing. And they've been doing like a lot of charity like fundraisers across Sunderland really. So I went there, filmed all the classic car club that I'm involved with, Sunderland and District Classic Vehicle Society. They've been working closely this year with the foundation to raise money, and we went to there's about 10 cars there, and I filmed
Nice.
for it, and that's actually on the channel now, live now. It's you can watch it on the channel tomorrow.
Wow.
Tomorrow, I'll be releasing the second video, which is the 37th Seaburn Vehicle Rally at Seaburn, which Seaburn is like major tourist. It's right on the North Sea. It's with beaches and everything. It's everything there. So yeah, that there was a brilliant show. It had buses, like public transport, buses, coaches, ranging from the 1970s up to the present day. You had
Yes.
big, massive, and I'm not talking about these little recovery trucks. I'm talking about the big, massive, heavy duty uh, recovery trucks that to recover buses, other trucks. I mean, other trucks, you name it. They well, put this
Yeah.
way: I'm 5'7". I'm basically 5'7". The wheels come up about what at least 5 foot high. They are massive.
Oh.
They are huge, and I'm not talking about poxy, like I said, little horrible weakling that recovers cars. I'm talking about fucking heavy 40-ton vehicles here. 40-ton vehicle,
Oh.
40-ton. And oh God, then you got like the great, then you had a truck there, which is like, I don't know if you know your military history and the British military history. Back in the 70s and 80s, we had a lot of strikes from the fire
Yes.
brigade, and the government put in place where the army used to still do in a degree if the fire brigade do go on strike, that they get the army in or the military in to help out wherever, and they had and part of that of the military equipment is called the Green Goddesses, which is a fire truck used by the army.
Yes.
But there's other like the service vehicle, like a big massive army truck with a troop
Mhm.
transporter type of thing. They had one there.
Mhm.
They've had other vehicles, cars and vans and stuff like that, American vans, like the GMC, like a bit like the van in the A-Team, the GMC van with
Oh,
B.A.
yes.
Baracus, B.A. Baracus drove, but this is like a different version, a different GMC van.
Wow.
Um, then you had like Jaguars, Mercedes. You had oh god, you had Wolseley's, Austin sevens, sixes, sevens, eights. You had a left-hand drive Beetle from the 1960s. You had
Oh.
all sorts there, and I mean all sorts. If that's going to be released 9 a.m. tomorrow over on the channel, and then we had
Mhm.
Waldridge Family Fun Day, where same thing, sort of like family fun, as the name suggests. It's a family fair event held in Waldridge, which is just outside of Chesley Street in County
Mhm.
Durham. They asked us to go and set up some take some course with us.
Mhm.
There was like the the same left hand drive Beetle. You had a Volvo 850 T5 manual, which is rare in this country because basically
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of the Volvo 850 T5s and T5Rs were actually bought up by the British police. The manuals
Mhm.
anywhere. They still had a few cars sold to manual gearboxes
Mhm.
in the Volvos. Um, this particular Volvo only had three owners from new, three owners, and it's
Yeah.
20, getting on for what, 30 years now. Fun story
Sure.
about that. Fun story about that Volvo. For 7 years straight, it was actually parked up in a yard off the road for 7 years. And
Oh.
when the guy said, right, I'm going to put that Volvo back on the road, it started up straight away. That's how awesome
Oh.
Volvos are. Fired up straight away. The only thing he had to do was put new tyres on. That's it. Nothing else. That's all he's
Oh.
done. New tyres on. It started up like that. Then you had, yeah, it's absolutely amazing. And this is one of the reasons why I
Oh.
love Volvos. Love Volvos now for about 30 years. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, they had a Messerschmitt, which is like a little bubble car from the 1950s. It looks like an airplane cockpit, and it's on three
Mhm.
wheels. That's the Waldridge Family Fund is going to be released on the 7th, which is the Wednesday. That's going to be a good one. And then on Thursday, which is another car show video called Hamsterly
Mhm.
Hoppings. Yeah, if Hoppings is basically an old English word for a fair, a meeting, a gathering, or something like that. So it's sort of like an old English word for it. And Hamsterly is the Hamsterly village, which is part of which just outside of Bishop Auckland. And if you know your sort of like County Durham history, Bishop Auckland was the Prince Bishop's place for
Mhm.
residence for the Durham Cathedral.
Yes.
That's County Durham is known as the Prince Bishop County.
Oh,
So
I
it's
see.
it's a little bit of history there. So if you ever get a chance, look up the County Durham in England, the
Mhm.
history of it. It all ties around the cathedral in Durham City Centre, which I will eventually get around to actually going there and actually doing a video about it, to actually look about the cathedral, because I've been there. It is absolutely stunning. It is a stunning, stunning building, Durham Cathedral.
Mhm.
It's been there for over 1,000, well, getting up for 1,000 years, that place. A
Wow.
1,000 years, the Durham Cathedral. So I will eventually get around to actually doing a video for their place, inside and out. So yeah, yeah. And then on Friday, got an interview. If you listen to the Project Metal Across the Pond radio show last
Mhm.
Thursday, you would have heard the band Hand of Kaliak, which is
Yes.
an Edinburgh-based, Edinburgh, Scotland-based band. They are is the band basically consists of John and Sophie, and they are married. So yeah,
Mhm.
like I said, I digress. Anyway, the last Thursday I played the album as part of the album of the week segment, and yeah, yeah, they no, a couple of weeks ago, actually, a couple of weeks ago, not last Thursday, not last Thursday, the Thursday before, I played the album of the week. They are going to be coming on to do an interview with me. So I'm really looking forward to that interview, because they're only 100 miles away from us. So yeah, they are
Wow.
going to be about 100 miles away. So I'm really looking forward to that, because sort of like a pagany Celtic. It's actually a
Mhm.
Celtic style band where
Uh,
John.
I'm also looking forward. I'm also looking forward to
Yeah,
them.
yeah. So yeah, John sort of like does most of the music, and doing the death growls and all the growls. Where Sophie plays bass and sings, like basically to lack of a better term, she sings like an angel. Sort of like, do you know, sort of a bit like Lacuna Coil. You got Christina
Yes.
doing like the Queen singing, and you got I can't think of his name at the minute. The other singer does like all the growls, and all the like,
So,
sort of like that type of thing. So yeah, yeah,
so,
gonna be. And then let me see. I've got the thingy here. Then on the 23rd of September, Panic. I'm going to be interviewing Panic, and
oh,
then
yes.
that's good. That's a good band. That's really a good band, Panic. So go check them out. It's Panik. It's spelled.
Oh, yes.
And then last Thursday, I was getting the Hands of Kaliak and this next band, Hellgarden, mixed up. I played Hellgarden last weekend, and they're from Chile in South America.
Yes.
They messaged me on Saturday, and actually saying yes, we'll do the 30th. Do the September 30th. So yeah, it's going to be a brilliant couple of weeks, and
Oh, for sure.
I'm hoping in the next few days or so to get to hear back from a couple of other bands about certain about their dates coming up. So hopefully, stay tuned on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram about what's coming up on the channel, because I will be posting it out on those platforms. So yeah,
Oh, for sure.
fun times ahead.
Oh, for sure. Uh,
So
I'm also hoping for some bands to come back. So hopefully we can have the next 2, 3 months fully booked and we can rock and roll, like they say.
yeah, 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 rock and roll, baby, rock and roll.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really look. I always look forward to like some of these to all the interviews I've been doing.
Mhm.
Because each band, yeah, it might have similarities. It might have like similarities, but also sort of like different, being different at the same time. And I
Yes.
always like listening to each band's story from where they began to where they are now, and what their
Mhm.
plans are for the future, type of thing. So I always
For
look
sure.
forward to actually look forward to all these bands that I talk to. It's unreal how what the it's amazing where they come from, where they are now, and where they are going to go in the future, where their future plans and everything. So yeah,
Definitely.
really
And
looking
for
forward
every one
to
of these, Mhm.
yeah, go on, yeah.
And for every one of these bands that comes on, they're so talented. I really wish. Listen, this is the next big band that's going to make it. They deserve to be there. So many talented bands come onto the show that you just wish. Listen, all I need is a break. Somebody to notice them and take them places. Because they are talented. Every one of them.
Oh yeah, yeah, so true, so true. It's unbelievable how much talent these bands got. It's a
Yes.
shame that people are not taking. There are people. Don't get me wrong. There are people out there who try their best to help promote these bands. But I just wish
Mhm.
that there's a lot more people talking about these bands a lot more, because basically at the end of the day, all they, like you said earlier on, they put the hearts and souls into what they do, and it's a shame
Sure.
that people are not hearing about them. And it was
Exactly.
people like me and other people like me and you, or other people such as us, they keep banging their heads against the brick wall and saying, "Listen to these bands; they are amazing. They need to be heard. They want to be heard." And it's
For
just
sure.
it's a shame. It's a shame how much work, how much blood, sweat, and tears actually go into what they do.
For sure.
It's not just picking up a guitar or a set of drums and start playing straight away. Like, you know what I mean, like virtuoso. It takes time. You know what I mean? They put a lot of money, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into what they're doing, and they want to be heard.
For sure. For sure. That's why on my Facebook today, I only shared bands that were at the Metal for Africa Johannesburg. I put one Cape Townian band in there, and I shared it on my Facebook page today. And the music is out there. I shared it in some groups. So uh, that's my way of sharing it to the international audience. Check out these bands. They're South African bands. Judge for yourself how good these guys are.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, good, yeah. Yeah. Eventually, I will get probably tomorrow. I'll probably check them all out. Because as you know, as I was telling you earlier on before we went live, I was busy today. Either with
Yes,
editing videos or sorting my computer out, yeah, etc., etc., etc. It's I haven't had a chance today to actually be on Facebook. Apart from to run about an hour about half an hour this morning, and about
mhm,
half an hour before we went live. I haven't had a chance to actually go through all the stuff, but I will check them out. I will check them out.
okay, no thanks, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. It's been. I was just like I was like thinking to do it. Last Thursday, I was like thinking I was actually thinking last Thursday. I was like, we just hit September,
Mm-hmm.
and that got me thinking. I was like, it's September, and about this was like I said, this was last Thursday. I was like, in 2 weeks, I'll be Project Metal Across the Pond is going to be turning 5 years old as a standalone show. And I was like,
Wow.
has it been 5 years? I was like, has it been 5 years? Has it been? I was like, when Project Metal Across the Pond was first conceived, it was on the Rock Casserole, which is like a show on Digital Revolution Radio. And I was like, that was back in April of 2017, and I was like doing like a sort of like monthly segment on there,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all down to uh, Jeff DeBerry and Mother Mel brought in a new segment on the show at the time, doing a guest DJ, and they asked me to come on and do like pick five songs and pick five of your favorite bands. So I did, never thinking, it was going to be turning it into like a monthly segment. So about a week, 2 weeks later, they asked me back again to do a monthly segment to promote all the bands that I was reviewing. So I thought,
Oh,
oh yes, oh yes, I'll yes, oh yes. So I said, Jeff, I am so there. I am so there. So Project Metal Across the Pond was born. Now, and that was in May of 2017, sorry, not 2020, 2017. So
yes,
fast forward, fast forward to the beginning of August, and the talented, the beautiful Lady Sondra, the owner of Digital Revolution Radio, came in the chat one Sunday and turned around and said, does anybody want to become a DJ? I am. If so, he basically messaged me on Facebook, and sort of like I was going, should I or should I not go and talk to Lady Sandra about this? Anyway, for about what 3 weeks, I was toying with the idea, and it wasn't until I was at the local engine museum, where it was like the only two uh, steam engine museum. Um,
mm-hmm.
I was like a friend of mine who's also a musician, who's a musician
Mm-hmm.
called Dean James was playing because they asked him to do a 30-minute set there. So I said, "Oh, I'll go along." Anyway, I'll go and talking to Dean James, and he saw I was actually I've been following him. Well, he knew me then for about a year and a half, and we
Mm-hmm.
spoke about music and stuff like that. And he says that I know that you are passionate about music. So basically, he basically slapped me upside the head and, metaphorically speaking, slapped me upside of the head and said, "Sorry, Ben's getting it." In other words, if you don't ask, you don't you don't get. And he also
True.
basically also said, basically, at the end of the day, if you do not do this, you will basically regret it for the rest of your life. If you do not
That's
do
also
this, you could. So after I spoke to Dane, I went back home after the day. I went back home, sat down, and actually thought what he said. And I came to the conclusion that guy's right. Literally, that guy's
mm-hmm.
right. If I'm going to regret, if I don't do this, I regret it. I literally will regret it for the rest of my life. And if I don't ask, I'm not going to. I'm not going to get anything if I don't ask.
For sure.
They could. Sandra could have said yes, you can do it, or no, you can't do it. Go away. Don't waste my time. But
Mm.
thankfully, she said yes. So on the 26th of August, no, 26th of August 2017, that's when I started. Well, technically, that's when the Project Metal Across the Pond became a reality as a standalone show. And my first show was on September 14th, 2017, 3 weeks later.
Wow.
Because I
Wow.
had to obviously, because I had to, in that time, I had to literally had to familiarise myself with the broadcast, with the broadcaster, how to turn it on,
Yes.
how to do load songs in, put songs into the queue, stuff like that.
Mm.
It takes a lot. Took us about a week and a half, 2 weeks to actually properly do it, to actually work the broadcaster properly. And then
Yes.
on then the first show, it started at 10 p.m. UK time, and it was on for 2 hours. Well, put it this way, I still got that fucking show. I still got that show today, even today. Well,
That's amazing.
put it this way, put it this way. I didn't come on. I didn't fucking press to take the a lot of the songs up. Press the auto DJ, and I didn't knock the auto DJ off for 40 minutes. When I came on, it was 40 minutes into the show before I spoke for the first time on radio by myself. You know what I mean? I was so fucking nervous for that day. So this, bearing in mind, I did. Bearing in mind, even now I still do it. Like when I get the chance to go on the rock casserole, but Jeff and Mother Metal was there. Is there doing the broadcaster. I've had no
Yes.
experience being live by myself on the show, so
Yes.
I relied on Jeff and Mother Metal for that. But actually
Mm.
doing the radio show yourself, just
Mm.
me. I've got no help whatsoever when I do the radio show. It's all me, one person
Yes.
doing the show, and I was like, I was hovering over the auto DJ to turn it off and to actually play the song that's playing. To don't go into
Mm.
don't tell the anyway. Anyway, so I took the plunge and said I need to go on and talk here. So I knocked the thing off, finished the song that I was playing, and I press like go live to talk, to turn the mics on and actually talk. I was shitting bricks. I was literally shitting bricks because I had Jeff and Mother Metal there to
Mm.
actually do that, to counteract my nervousness.
Mm.
But I managed. I managed, and 5 years later, I'm here. So yeah, I must be doing
That's
something right.
oh, for sure. And the broadcaster and Sam can be so temperamental, and whenever they decided to stop working or kick you in the butt, there's nothing you can do.
Oh god,
Carry
yeah.
on,
Great.
reboot.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, it's. I've got first-hand knowledge with that. A couple of weeks ago, the broadcaster said, "Nope, as a thing as a TV show called Little Britain, and Mark Williams played a character who worked in an office and with a computer, and Mark Williams gets people in, do the question. They type it in. Mark Williams types it in the computer, and the catchphrase is, "The computer says no." That's the catchphrase, and that there, the broadcaster will turn sometimes, not all the time, sometimes will turn around and says, "Nope, not going to do it. Get lost." I'll say no.
Yeah.
And because a couple of weeks ago, I had a problem where the encoder was saying error, 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 not going to happen, and that went on for about 10 minutes, and I couldn't. You know what I mean? That was a nightmare. That was a nightmare. That was a complete nightmare.
And also, what sometimes happens is you forget to mute your mic, and then you're thinking you're playing the song, and then the listeners can hear you talking. If you're talking to somebody else in there, and it's with you, they can hear that instead of the music. Hey, what? Why is there no music? We hear you talking. So yeah,
Yeah,
there's all kinds of fun if you're live. Look, it's
yeah,
happened to everybody that's been live.
yeah, yeah. I keep saying, doesn't matter what format you broadcast live on. I always say the joys of live broadcasting, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen.
No, that's for
You
sure.
can you can control what's happening about 75% of the time, 80% of the time, but there's always something crops up. No matter what you do, no matter how much planning you do, there's always something crops up. Most of the
Oh, for
time,
sure.
you can get away with it. You can literally get away with doing live broadcasts, but there's always that thing in the back of your mind. Is just what's going to happen today? Literally, what
Yes.
fuck up is going to happen today?
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Uh, that's why I love live broadcasting, because you can do everything perfectly, but still something might happen. And the same for the listener. You've, the DJ has done everything perfectly, but something happens here or there, and everybody has a good laugh about it and carries on. And that's part of the show. It's part of the fun.
Yeah, good, yeah, yeah. When something does happen with me anywhere, I always try to have a little bit of a laugh with it. I always like I always have a little bit of a sort of like running joke with Jeff DeBerry. It's
Hmm.
sort of like like sort of like have like alter egos type of thing, and we always like to turn around and say that little, there's a character that screen name that Jeff made up called Little Bastard.
Yes.
And now and again, he comes in. It's like when I jokingly he says, "That little fucking bastard, I'm gonna slap him upside the head or put my boot up his backside," and it's like, uh, we- we- as you know, if you have, as Basjan knows, uh, he's saying it, and me, Jeff, everybody in the chat who's there on a regular basis
Oh,
knows that
yes.
we take the piss out of each other. Something chronic, literally take the
Oh,
piss
yes,
out of
for
each other.
sure.
You know what I mean? It's like it's all in good humour. It's all in good
Oh, for
humour.
sure. I
It's
just
like
love
little
it.
Nick. Yeah, it's a little bastard, batshit crazy,
Mm,
prickster comes in now and again, and it's like we
yes.
so all have a laugh for 6 hours. it's it's a hilarious to say.
Oh, for sure. The show
Mm,
is fantastic. But unfortunately, because of the metal festivals and the festivals happening now, and they're finishing it, because there's no uh, curfew anymore here in South Africa, the stuff can finish 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then you get home maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, sleep, get up, go back to sleep. So for me, the rock and roll casserole is just at the wrong time on a Sunday at the moment. In the winter, it'd
yeah,
be fine because then the metal festivals will be over. Then I'll be back. But I'll try and make it for Jeff's show. Him and Mother Metal is fantastic, and all the guys in there, like Ruan and Peggy Joe and all of them, they're fantastic.
yeah, yeah. We all, yeah, they're always like if somebody's got a question or whatever, or they're like trying to remember something or remember something about a particular band. All you got to do is type in the chat and say, and somebody in the chat always can answer your question in there.
Mm.
It's because they're half, basically half the chat. There's about anything between 20 to 30 people at any one given time in there, and half of those people are musicians
Yes.
or actually musicians. So if you've got a question about anything music wise, all you got to do is just what is X, Y, and Z, and you can basically turn around and says, oh, this is that's the answer type of thing.
Mhm.
So
I'm
it's a
sure.
brilliant community on Digital Revolution Radio. It's
Oh, sure. It
brilliant,
is.
brilliant. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's it's not just like it's not just like on Digital Revolution. It's not just spinning like records to coin an old phrase. It's not just playing music. There's always if somebody asks a question or anything like that, there's always somebody in the chat willing to answer that question for you.
Oh, yes. And how many of those people in chat and you send you messages on Facebook? Have an awesome morning. Good morning. And where else on the radio show you get it? People that's listening in with you saying good morning to you. You say good morning back. It's like a family. I'm not
Oh
used
yeah,
to that on other radio stations. It's happening there. They're doing it, and it's fantastic.
yeah. What I'll do is I'll post in the chat. So this is the uh, uh, yeah. What I'm doing is putting the website in the chat. So if you want to check them out, there's all different DJs on playing different music. Uh, all you got to do is go to the site. When you go to the site, you click on the top of the screen. There's a
Mhm.
schedule. Click on that,
Yes.
and you will see all the DJs that are on Digital Revolution Radio. You got there's so many. There's 28 DJs, live DJs, something like that. Or about
Mhm.
yeah, about 25, 28 different DJs across the week. Like spread it across the week. You
Yes.
got like the Rock Casserole, you got the Project Metal Across the Pond, you got Steve Jarrett Morning Show, they got the Core Radio Show with Timothy J.
Yes.
You got the Breakfast Binge with Brandon Morningstar. Load of DJs there, and you. like I said, we played. Yes, granted, we play a majority of our what we play as majority is rock and metal, but there's so
Yes.
many different styles of rock and metal on there. There's, you know, I mean, sometimes we might throw a
Mm,
curveball, to use a baseball pun, uh,
mm.
and you will hear different styles of music, whether it be jazz, whether it be blues, whether it be disco, whether it be whatever it is. There's always something for everybody on the station. Literally, there's
Oh, that's
always
good.
something different. And like I said, that's the website there. So all you got to do is click on that link in the chat,
Mm-hmm.
and then which is digitalrevolutionradio.com. And
Yes.
yeah, when you go onto the page, there's an orange box next to the chat. Press the play button, and that's it. And if you want to talk, you've got to put a screen name in. That's all you do. Yeah, go to
Mm.
profile, put back. If you want to keep coming back, go to profile, put a password on, and that's it. Done. And all you got to do is just type away. That's how. If you want to
Oh,
careless, if you because everything there's always a DJ when there's a DJ most of the time anyway, not all of them. So hang on, bear with me. That's good. Yeah, there's I'm always in the chat when I'm on.
yes.
I'm always on the. I'm always in the chat. Jeff DeBerry's always in the chat when he's on doing the radio show. There's other people in the chat, other DJs in the chat.
True.
So
And
yeah, always there's.
there's 24 hours a day. There's music on. It is a DJ or auto DJ or a rotation system they've got. There's always music on, and even if there's no DJ, it's just a rotation. You might find music you actually like, and new band or something that's been put on by Lady Sandra into the rotation. It's fantastic. Go and check it out and go and enjoy yourself.
Oh yeah. It's Lady Sandra. She's been doing this for 15 and a half years now. She
Wow,
celebrated 15 years in February. 15 years. Where
wow,
other
that's
internet
awesome.
radio stations went by, where they're close to the doors. She's Digital Revolution Radio has been going strong and getting stronger each year for 15 years.
Wow, that's amazing. She's
So
done an amazing job.
yeah, yeah. So it said she. I wouldn't go anywhere else or be like do a serial cast. No, I'll stick with
Mm,
Digital Revolution Radio because like I said
awesome.
before we went live. She's given me the opportunity to actually do a radio show. So yeah, I wouldn't go to any other station.
I agree with you there. She's giving you a chance and she's backing her DJs 100%. And she's putting on, if you look, see how many times she comes on during shows and stuff and say hello to the listeners. And where do you get it from owners of other radio stations? You hear this person is the owner of a radio station. How many times you actually see that person in chat and saying hello to the listeners so they feel, listen, yes, Lady Sandra can say hello to her and it's, tell her if some wants something or just say thank you for putting on a great show. get a chance on the station.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. She's always not. Granted, she's working. She's got another job, right, to fund to do the Digital Revolution Radio. But when she has got the chance to come on, she's always when she does come on, she always says hello to everybody. She always comes in
Yes.
and say how you doing and this that and the other. She always takes interest in what everybody's up to.
Yes, she does.
So yeah, she's created something amazing with Digital Revolution Radio. She's created something amazing there because
Yes.
she's getting like submissions left, right, and centre. She's got music literally coming out of her ears. With that many,
Yes.
because the DJs are setting stuff in, she's getting her own submissions. She's getting like dealing with, yeah, it's been, yeah. I thought I
Oh,
was bad
yes.
getting all the submissions. What all the submissions I'd get. You talking around about across a month. You're talking around about across a week. You're talking around about anything between what 15, 16 submissions a week. She's getting
Wow.
10 times that.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's
that
like
is really
not
awesome.
enough hours in the day. Yeah, there's not literally not enough hours in the day to actually play all this stuff, to play all this amazing music.
Sure. But I rather have that she don't have enough time to play the amazing music. Is while you're finding music to actually play that's maybe not that good. So the situation you've got at the moment is actually better to have it like that. While if versus having a radio station where you don't have enough good music to play on the radio.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's a sort of like a balance whether to actually sit. I know what you hear on going from personal experience here. What you hear on my show is all the really best music. But some of the stuff that I get through, I'm not sort of like dissing any of the bands, but some of the
Mm.
bands you thinking you need to spend some money on production. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yes,
some when I've listened to them, some of them have basically sounds like they've been recorded on a old tape recorder type of thing. The
yes,
production is not there. You know what I mean? They haven't spent the money. They haven't spent the money on the production,
yes,
and it's like it's not all the time, but there's one or two bands that I've come across that are just like thinking, I get where you come from. I get what you do. I get what you're doing, but I wish you
hmm
just spend a little bit of money on the production.
for sure.
It's just like rest of the bands have been absolutely perfect. They took the time, spent that little bit extra cash, etc., 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 and they've got the. Like I said to one a teacher friend of mine, I said, to him, says basically at the end of the day, to about the band, says if you're a band, if you do not spend money on the production,
Mhm.
get your product as best as you can. How can you not? How can you not? How can you put out a product and try and sell it to the DJs, the promoters, radio stations,
Exactly.
let alone your fans? How can you sell it if the Fans, if the fans won't even dare buy it, won't even say, "What is this crap?
No, they won't.
We're not going to be buying that." How can you promote that album or EP or song to the PR companies, the radio stations, the DJs,
Exactly.
to convince them to play them on the radio? All I'm saying is make sure you basically decide how much money can you afford to actually on the production of your music. Then, if you can spare that little bit extra, then great. Do what you can, but don't
Can
fucking send music. Don't send music out that is half-assed, sounding like being recorded on an old fucking tape recorder at the back of the room
yes,
of a noisy venue. You know what I mean? It's
exactly,
don't do that. We are wanting to play your music. We are wanting to play your band on the radio show. Make
yes,
sure you've got a product that you are comfortable, you can sign off at, and say this is what we can do best. What we can afford to do. So basically, please make sure that your music is the best you can record at. Make sure that all your fucking music is fucking sounding good. Because we want to
exactly.
play your music on the radio.
Yeah, for sure.
So
But you
yeah,
you're not you've got a standard to set on your radio show. You're not going to lower your standard for any band. Same with Sandra. She's not going to lower a standard for any band to come onto her radio station if they can't maintain that high level of music and quality of the sounds of the music they're producing and stuff like that. It's not going to get played. Simple as that. You can't let the radio station stand and stop up to accommodate one or two bands. The same with you.
yeah, yeah. Like 99.9% of the bands that I play have that quality. Literally have that quality good enough to actually play on the radio. It's only
Yes.
one or two bands that are a bit. Should I not play this? It's sort of like their qualities. I get what you get. I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing. I get where you come from. But the quality's not there. The quality's not there.
Yes.
But over the years, the bands that I haven't played, their quality has gone up. They've gone up
Yes.
to the point where I can actually play them on the radio, and the fair
That's
paid heed to the advice from the DJs that you need to be able to spend that little bit extra money or find a decent producer, engineer,
mhm.
mixer to actually do it all at a reasonable price.
Yes. That's for sure.
So yeah. Anyway, dude, it's getting on for about getting on for 60 minutes. So what's coming up in South Africa that you're going to be going to? Any more festivals?
This weekend I've got a break, but that doesn't mean there's nothing on. I've got few local venues that's normally got live music on, so I might check them out this weekend and see what's been playing there and what acts they've got. And what I'm pretty interested is I want to find more female-fronted metal bands here, bands that's got female members, whether they playing guitar or whatever, just have female members in the band. There's too many male-only band members, bands that consist just of males. We want a bit of female. It's always good for metal and rock. So that's what I'm trying to support and trying to find them and put them in the limelight, so to speak, and connect with them on social media and so on.
Cool. Looking forward to that. If you find any, let us know. Yeah, I'll check them out.
Yeah, for sure. If I find anything, I'll send them over to you.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. What's coming up on? What's coming up on this Thursday's show? Oh, you already heard about what's coming on the YouTube channel this week. What's coming up on Project Metal Across the Pond? The 2 albums of the week is from a band called 2 bands. The first one is Infrared and June 1974, and that's the albums of the week. So yeah.
Awesome. Looking forward to that.
Yeah. And there won't be any. Well, actually, it might if I have time, I might be able to play 3 albums from albums of the week. Third band might be Alexium or EX. Alexium. So yeah, I might play the 3 because sometimes when I do interviews, I put in a third album of the week. So yeah,
wow, that's awesome.
I might, because sometimes if I got if the interviews if I do say 2 interviews an hour long each, I won't have time to play. I only got time to play 1 album of the week. Usually
Yes.
I play 2. But sometimes if I don't have any interviews, like this week, because I took a weekend off, last weekend off from doing interviews because I needed a break. But sometimes when I've got no interviews, I always play 3 albums of the week. So yeah, so because there's no interviews, I might play 3. So yeah,
Looking
that's
forward
what's
to
coming
that.
up. Cool. Yeah, same here. But yeah. Any last words before we go, Basjan?
All I can say is go and support your local rock and metal bands. Wherever they're playing, go and support them and come and support Project Metal Across the Pond on Thursday.
Cool. Yeah. And I'll add something to that. Support your local venues as well. Because basically, without the venues, the bands can't play live. So support local musicians and bands and your local venue as well.
Yes. That's it.
Right, guys. Until next time, whether it be here
Cheers,
on
mate.
YouTube or on on Digital Revolution Radio. Catch you all later.